Hello everyone, Pastor Lon here, homestead and pastor. My beautiful wife, Robert Lynn, Misery is homestead and pastor. Hope everybody's doing well today. And welcome y'all to our next episode of Come Sit a Spell. Hope you enjoy sitting a spell with us tonight. First of all, you might hear the drag strip in the background. They out there going tonight. And I just want to make sure we don't always, most time we record these Come Sit a Spells, most time on Wednesday night, even though they air on Thursday night. It may be a difference of night sometimes, but most time we do it on Wednesday. So if y'all hear us relate to something that the days ain't exactly right, you know, from Thursday when it comes out versus when we record it, that's why. But anyway, let's give them a weather report for South Carolina. There's 69 degrees here tonight.
Only 69.
Yep. What's the forecast?
Tomorrow it's supposed to be 82.
Wow, it's supposed to be 82 here Thursday.
76 Friday, and then drops to 57 Saturday with a 60% chance of rain.
But look, and then
back up 72,
72. Wow, it'll be hot warm all next week.
Oh,
roller coaster. But hey, I mean, at least it's getting time to.
I don't like summer.
I know, but
that's what I'm saying. We don't have any spring.
Yeah, it's getting time to get our garden started, which we'll talk about that in just a minute. But
that's the only good thing about summer.
Our topic tonight is going to be, and we're not going to get in that right off the bat. We're going to share a few more things with you. But our topic tonight is, are you prepared? And we're going to talk about that on many different fronts. But livestock update here on Harmon Acres Homestead. We told you last week that we had a date for our cow with the butcher, April the 20th.
Beauty.
Yep. And
but she's the beast.
Yes, she is. But
Beauty and the Beast, she's the beast.
I got her separated now in a pen by herself. We're gonna feed her out on grain and stuff. I got some advice from some other farmers cattle farmers that recommended to do that, to feed her out on grain and stuff. And so that's what we're gonna do.
What if because it's gonna be what? 2 months?
Yep.
You're gonna feed her that long. What if she tames up to you and
she ain't taming up?
And you fall in love with her?
I ain't falling in love with her.
That would be
She
bad.
tried to get me through the gate,
really?
through the fence. Yeah, I told you she ran out and snorted and blowing and carrying on.
How about today?
She wasn't over the next. She was on the other side over there. Don't be getting soft on me.
Oh, I'm not going out there.
Yeah, but anyway, we got her separated and feeding her out with grain and stuff. And you want to tell them about the goat milking?
Did we not tell them that last week?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about how it's going.
She's milking like a champ.
Both of them.
Well, I'm not milking a little bit because her baby's still on her, and she's taking.
You milked her some.
I tried, but she didn't have enough to worry about because the baby's taking it. So.
Or Hershey then.
Hershey's, yeah. I'm getting about a half a quart out of her a day.
Yeah.
If I milked her twice, maybe it would up, but I mean, half a quart's fine.
But she's cooperating.
As long as she's cooperating, I'm just keeping her in, practice.
Yeah.
Even the baby, little bit's baby will jump up there on the stand, and when her mama's up there, I put her up there to trim her feet the other day, and she got up there with her and was eating through the little thing with her mama, but she got up there today with Hershey. Hershey wasn't having that.
Yeah.
She put her little head through there, and Hershey just tried to choke her into the thing. She's mean.
Hershey's,
not mean, but she's
probably one of the smallest ones out there for us, an adult grown goat, and she's.
Mamie's bigger than her.
Yeah, I know, but she don't take no junk off none of
She's the smallest, but
she's the bully.
She's not scared of anything.
Yeah. We also had some chicks arrive. We got a lot of new life on the homestead.
When did they start? Yesterday?
Day before yesterday.
Was it?
I believe. Let's see, days.
It was yesterday morning. It was yesterday morning.
Okay, yesterday morning then.
We had.
Well, I went out there, had two.
To
start with.
And then was it this morning? We had 12.
Yeah, out of 13 eggs.
That's a very good hatch rate.
Yeah.
13 eggs and 12 hatched.
Yeah.
That's very good.
And tonight we actually at the church.
I moved them out and put them in the brooder with the light, and I'm gonna be restocking the incubator probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah, got to keep that incubator full and keep them hatching. eggs and the way.
Well, it's not the next batch is not going to be from my eggs. It's going to be from my mama's.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll probably give her.
But what I'm saying, we're taking any fertile eggs we can get, hatching them babies out right now.
Mine's not coming fast enough to fill up the it takes too long to fill the incubator up, so I'm getting some from her too. So.
Yeah, well, somebody mentioned here last week, and we're gonna try to start making some of our own food and or feed for them, and plus I switched up on the
Did
feed
you check
and
with
see if
that
that's
other
gonna help.
Today?
I talked to your daddy tonight, and he told me where that place is at. He told me I'm gonna check on them tomorrow, but I'm gonna change him feed again. Her daddy's really he said once he changed, let that other feed run out and started with the other from the
bag on.
Yeah, when he switched from that and went to the other that he'd been using, they started back laying almost instantly.
The next day.
That's something, man. So anyway,
that's something.
That's where we're going with that. And far as staying on the livestock / chickens subject, we got an old hoop coop out there in the pasture, and we moved it out there for the goats to use, but the goats not out there, not my cows out there now. So what we decided to do is I'm gonna put some wheels on it, and where we can modify it a little bit, sturdy it up, and make a chicken tractor out of it, where we can move it around with our chickens out there, follow them cows around in those cow patties out there, and
the goats and sheep.
And we're gonna do our rotational grazing.
We could probably use that other coop too. That's in there.
Oh yeah.
Have two of them going.
That's right. So we're working on that. Maybe we'll get that going. We'll have some videos, some footage on that. So y'all stay tuned for that. But
and once we get that going, then we can even put them like in the garden spot.
Oh yeah. We got to get them. We got to get them in the right zones, close to the garden and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're working on that. Speaking of garden, we're fixing to get busy around here with the garden. We got all kind of ideas we're gonna do this year.
The ones that's been following us know that big garden we overdid last year.
Where we planted the corn and the wind blew it down, but it stood back up. We're gonna change up out there on what we plant. We're gonna plant corn out there again,
and the melons and stuff.
But
I'm gonna try
stuff.
to. I'm gonna do some sweet potatoes out there.
We're gonna do some experimenting.
I think they'll do pretty good out there.
Yeah, plant some of the sweet potatoes maybe in between the corn rows and stuff like that.
We definitely gonna have some bone sauce out there this year.
Oh yeah.
Because deer love sweet potatoes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Billy's bone sauce going out there this year. Because they kept them out there last year, telling you that stuff works. There were deer tracks out there. All I done was drove 2x4s up so many feet apart, and painted that bone sauce on there.
Like
about 3 or 4 of them, and had them sticking out the ground, standing up out the ground about what, 2 or 3 feet high.
They didn't touch our.
There wasn't a deer track in the garden. And once the garden was done, and I took it all down, it's covered in deer tracks.
They're out there in that green stuff that I planted, the cover crops.
Yeah, they're in the cover crops. So we got to get that. Once we get that planted, we'll get the bone sauce going back out there again. But
so if anybody's got issues with deer, see Billy.
Yep, see Billy at Permanent Pastures Farm. That bone sauce works. I promise you. At least it works for us anyway.
Well, everybody I've seen that used it works.
Yeah. But
who was that? We told about that?
I can't remember. Texas gal.
Yeah, I can't remember her
Yep.
call name or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
We talked to her.
We had a good conversation with her the other night. What was that, Sunday night? I don't remember, Miss Lacey. If you watched this, you remember what night it was.
I can't remember one night from the next.
Me and Robbie Lynn and Corey was out there around the fire pit, and
yes, it was.
She wanted us to give her a call. We talked over an hour, didn't we? Had a good conversation with her. So we appreciate that. Appreciate our friends from Texas.
Yeah, we found out that a roadrunner is a real thing.
Such thing as a roadrunner.
She said something about roadrunners. I said, I thought that was a cartoon. I didn't even know they were real. She said,
we thought she was pulling our leg.
She
said, Robbie said, you mean there's a such thing as a roadrunner? She said, yep. What's it, about a foot high?
Yeah, a weird looking chicken.
Yeah.
She said, looks like.
So,
I thought.
She said, you asked about roadrunner.
Is Bugs Bunny in
there? Yeah, she said no, but like a Wile E. Coyote chasing him. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know there was such thing, but
now we know.
Texas gal says there is, and if she says it, we believe it. Let us know if y'all knew that there was such thing as a roadrunner.
Are they
real
just
roadrunner?
I'm sure they're just in certain parts of the world.
I guess I ain't ever seen one in South Carolina.
They're in Texas.
Yeah, but But as far as the garden, like I said, we got raised beds right here out, really right out Robert Lynn's window.
We got most of them covered with
Yeah, right out the
rabbit
kitchen.
poo and stuff like that.
Right at the kitchen, we gotta get those plants. You got carrots already growing out there, don't you?
Oh, I gotta harvest them.
Yeah.
I've already harvested. I'm doing it gradually as I just ate the last of them yesterday that I had in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna have to get some more.
So that's what's been going on with the garden and all that stuff. And Roblyn's still baking bread, and I wasn't able to help her get it filmed, but you've been working on some kefir too. Some of that water kefir from
my first batch is not too good.
Yeah.
I put too much ginger in it or something. It burned. It's hot, though.
We watched Miss Tipper and make that, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I've seen several people make it, and I done the I don't know what you call it, with the pineapple and the brown sugar and water.
Oh, don't ask me. I don't know what you
Laura's
call it.
Patch of Heaven. I saw her do it.
You tried that yet?
I hadn't tasted it yet. I'm working at my nerve to taste that. But I think it's ready to taste. Probably tomorrow I'll taste it. Yeah. It should be good because I love pineapple.
Yeah. I don't like pineapple, but I might be able
to
to
me,
drink
the
that.
kefir is very similar to the kombucha. Very.
Mm-hmm.
The water kefir is. But I ordered some more milk kefir grains, and I'm going to start that back up because me and Gavin, my youngest, he's on a health kick right now, and we're going to start doing some smoothies and all
Well, I got back on board with that too now.
with the kefir,
recently.
but you can't drink the milk kefir.
Not the milk, but I'm going to try that water kefir if I can.
So me and Gavin are
Keep
going
it
to
down.
do the smoothies with the milk kefir.
Yeah, Gavin done joined the gym and eating better, and
He went to the gym twice, once I think, and he's so sorry he can't
he
hardly
walking
lift his
around
leg.
he walking around like a zombie now. He got used muscles he didn't know he had.
Yeah.
But hey,
He probably overdone it the first
that's
time.
a good thing though. That he's worried about his health or concerned about his health. That's a good thing. So pray that he sticks with it. And like I said, we working on it ourselves.
I mean, it's amazing that from November to now, how much your weight can creep up on you.
Oh yeah.
Because I let go in November, and I'm just now getting back on board.
Yeah, but hey, this time of the year though, we real busy outside. Days are getting longer. We got there working.
I won't think about food.
Yeah. So
My problem is I love to bake sweets.
Yeah. And my problem is I love to eat what she bakes, and she bakes really well.
So I'm gonna have to just quit doing what I love.
Oh,
Maybe only on birthdays.
that don't come but once a year.
Well, your birthday, my birthday,
Well, we got
everybody.
6
Yeah,
of us,
we
so.
got a lot of birthdays in the family.
No, we don't need all that sugar though. That's for sure. We need to be. We do need to be eating better. Which hey, we've been blessed for us, at our age of life, and
Yeah, we pushing it.
I know, but we've been blessed
pushing
not to be, not on any medication at all.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what's going on around the homestead. I want to talk a little bit now about being prepared. Are you prepared? Because things can change on a dime. They found that out in Palestine. Is that how you say it? Palestine? I call it Palestine, Ohio. But that train derailment, I mean, it happened. Their life's been turned upside
Any
down.
kind of natural disaster.
I know, but I'm just using them for an example. Anything could change.
Especially this day and time.
So right off the bat, now they need water, and their food and water has been contaminated. And
The ones that are there, but then there's some that left and
Yep.
left. I would be one of the ones that's leave. I'd leave
Yep.
everything.
But you think about it, as they were living their life, normal lives, and all of a sudden that comes along, and now their lives turn upside down. And the sad thing is, they're not getting any assistance from the officials in high places, if you know what I mean. They hadn't even showed their face out there.
Yeah, some people that are staying can't. They got animals. I mean, like, big animals. They can't
Oh yeah.
move them. So I'm telling you right now, if it happened right here, I would leave everything. Get my children, my family, and
Watched a video today where it was a couple that had, like the day or two after all that happened, and then they come in there and everything leaked out, and you think about it where it was at, all that
close to the river.
right, all of it leaked
Lot of
into the water,
farmland.
the streams, the farmland, and then I think the Ohio River. I think that's right. I heard that today. those streams run into the Ohio River, and the Ohio River runs into the Mississippi, and then the Mississippi dumps into the Gulf of Mexico. So,
and that's a lot.
a lot, yes, a lot. I think it was kind of equivalent to that Agent Orange that they sprayed back in Vietnam, where so many people died and were affected in a negative way health-wise. So
I heard on one of the radio stations when I was taking Michaela today that they're urging everybody to go and get a medical, physical,
Yep.
whatever, so they'll have a point to start at when they have to file
Yep.
whatever legal issues as far as to prove that they were healthy before this happened.
Yeah, but what I was saying, that couple I seen them talk. One lady was having migraine headaches ever since it happened while they were in that area, and the husband was had been coughing up blood. 29 years old.
They're having skin issues, eye
Yeah.
issues.
That's some bad stuff down there. And it's worse than they telling us too. 'Cause like I said, ain't none of the powers that shouldn't be in charge even been down there to check on them. That's pretty sad.
But yet, technically, I mean, you can't even. I mean, when y'all know when you work where you work, you can't put anything in the streams to
Oh yeah.
harm
No.
the animals. Any natural resource, you have to be real particular.
Yeah, and we should be.
Yeah, but
So,
they're
they
not
should
worried
be.
about that.
No.
All those fish and wildlife it's killing, they don't care about it. They're on a mission.
I just don't think that was just.
It's not a coincidence.
No, it's not a coincidence that it happened where it happened. And
I'm telling you, anybody that believes anything that these people say, they need to see a
Yep.
psychiatrist.
That's right. They're not look. I've told y'all here many times they're not looking out for our best interest, and you can rest assured there's a lot going on now. We're not going to be negative on this thing because the Lord is working. The Spirit of the Lord is moving with revivals, and we just went revival this week. Going while y'all watching this, we're gonna probably be at a revival because this is Wednesday night that we're recording this, but y'all be watching it Thursday night. Lord willing, we'll be in another church service at our state meeting. But there's a lot of revivals going on in different places. So just remember, when you pay attention to the bad stuff, remember it's also pointing to the good, according to what the Bible says about prophecy. And I won't get too deep in that because this is Come Sit a Spell. I'll save that for a devotion. But just remember about being prepared. You can remember the past of what's happened in the past to help you be prepared or to prepare for the future. Because history is repeating itself in a lot of avenues in our life and in our country. So better get your houses in order. Better be prepared, whether that's physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally.
Spiritually first.
Yeah, spiritually mainly, because you don't ever know when we're gonna be taken out of here for whatever reason.
One of those preachers said that he feels like, that might have been what I heard on radio again today, that God's sending one more wave of revival, giving everybody one more last chance to repent and come to Him, and then, this is it, last call.
Yep. He said last, He pour out His Spirit upon all flesh.
Yep. He's a merciful
And,
God, and I
you
guess
might-
He's giving them all another chance.
You may watch this and don't believe in God, or don't believe in any of this conspiracy stuff, or don't believe in prophecy being fulfilled, but we do. And this is our channel. That's what we believe in. And if you like it and you're like-minded and want to be here and, you support that, we appreciate it. And if you don't support it, hey, that's your prerogative if you want to continue to watch. But I'm just saying, I don't change my stance on it. This is what we believe and why we believe it. And I believe there's a shaking and coming in this country, in this world, before too much longer.
God's not going to let it go on much longer.
So some of the things I have written down, number one, water, as far as being, you got to have, you can't go, more than 3 days or whatever without water. That's something that they need. And I'm going to talk, I don't know, we need to find out where we can send stuff to Ohio, to those folks. I wish we could. I want to try to get with some other churches and pastors around here in South Carolina and see can't we get something shipped to them or whatever. If any of you would like to help, I don't know how we work that out, but I would like to get them some help up there. And I know there's other people already helping. Try to support them as much as you can. If nothing else, just pray for them that God's will be done. Like I said, food, water, food, shelter, finances, get your finances in order. There was a few more things, mainly spiritually and physically speaking.
That kind of triggers me with the train derailment and the water situation. I was thinking, as long as we got a well, we'll
That's what we used to think.
But now, if they poison the well water, you ain't got nothing.
That's right. So you just gotta do the best you can with what you got to work with. And but I tell you all the time on here, be vigilant, because it seems like there's always something out to try to bring you down. But we know who's in full control.
I've heard a song that said, when your back's against the wall, that's when nothing else works, that's when God looks.
Oh yeah.
So you do your best, and He'll pick up the slack.
He will. He will. He has in the past, and he will.
He ain't going to
continue
forsake
do
us.
so.
That's for sure.
But I would encourage you. It's just. Here's what I see too. I see a lot of people in our family, in other families, in workplaces, in communities, even churches. You got a certain amount of people that are on board that you need to prepare. And I'm not talking about preparing where you're living in fear and living under a rock and won't stick you. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about common sense preparation for a hurricane, a bad storm, a fire at your home. I mean, you can name anything.
If one of you were out of work,
and much less when you got people that are doing things on purpose to harm you or bring you down. So be prepared. What I would encourage you to do, and pay attention.
Be prepared, but don't be afraid.
Right. Don't live in fear.
Like I said today, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We leave and go to heaven.
I had a pastor friend that gave me some advice one time when the devil was trying to drag me down and beat me down. And he said it to himself. How dare the devil threaten me with death? Because be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So, hey, you're a winner either way.
Like we said, just do your best, prepare to support your family, and leave the rest in God's hands.
As the evangelist said, somebody maybe have heard of C.T. Townsend. That's who we went to see Tuesday night, last night. A preaching machine, anointed man of God from Augusta. And, that was what some of the stuff he preached about was right along the lines of what's going on today in the prophecy and what's being fulfilled. So I just want to encourage y'all, though, that, just like I told Rob Lynn today, I watched a few things and just reading up in the Bible and see what's going on. I felt like today I just felt kind of like jittery on the inside, not a fearful jittery, just a kind of almost like an excited jittery, but also I was thinking about the family members that are not saved, that are lost, that they don't understand and don't seem to care.
The urgency.
What's going on. But like I was saying earlier, all these different people, you got that group of people that's, believing, preparing, and making, taking precautions, not living in fear, but just being prepared. Then you got these other people just living it up, don't think anything's going to happen. But
same way with their soul.
Same way with the soul.
You tell them and preaching, hell's real, but they don't believe you.
Yeah. They'll say they believe in God and believe hell's real and heaven's real, but they don't live that way. But anyway, I'm going to turn this into a sermon, but I just want us to pray for our fellow Americans in Palestine, Ohio. They need our prayers. And we're going to, in Turkey with all the earthquakes going on there. If you stop and think about it, there's a lot of negativity going on, but remember, you keep your eye on the negative stuff that's going on, because it is pointing to the good stuff according to the prophecies in the Bible. That these things would happen toward the end, and hey, who knows? God's still in control. He might be fixing to do a purging. With time will tell, won't it?
Yep.
Time will tell. But we're living in some, most people say we're living in the worst time in history, but really, if you look at it from a prophecy standpoint, biblical standpoint, from a Christian's point of view, we're living in some exciting times, because we're living in a time where we could be the ones walking up right when the rapture takes place. We're that close. Sleepy. She going to sleep on me, y'all.
Time to cut, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's time to cut and get on out of here. But we do appreciate you sitting a spell with us. And like I said, we're a happy-go-lucky family and channel, but we're also serious about our preparations. We know that life could change on a dime, and we need to just, be ready to face whatever life throws at us. And if you got Jesus on your side, you're going to come out on top either way. Can I get a witness?
Amen.
Amen. So y'all let us know what your feelings are on being prepared and what your feelings are about what happened in Palestine, Ohio, coincidence or not.
I can already tell you what our people think.
Yeah, I know what our people think, but when the top officials are more concerned about what's going on in Ukraine than they are what's going on in Palestine, Ohio, and the United States of America, that tells you a lot.
When our little people over here starving, some of them.
Yep. Our veterans don't get treated like they should, and just, oh man, I ain't got time to go down chase that rabbit down that hole, buddy.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you.
Because I've seen today with my granddaddy, when he was old, my mama's daddy.
Yes.
They would not even hardly help him at all with food or anything.
The
the little widow woman has to sacrifice her food to choose between buying food or paying her electric bill and getting her medicine.
But we just giving all the rest of the money away to foreigners. I'm all in helping people, but you need to take care of your own. And our elected officials are not doing that in this country. I'm sorry, you may agree with that, you may disagree, but that's the way I feel and that's the way I see. The writing's on the wall, you really can't deny it, to be honest with you. But anyway, we're gonna get off here before Robert and go to sleep. I had a toter in the house, but we love you all. Stay vigilant. We are living in some tough times, but we're living in some exciting times. Be prepared, spiritually speaking, first of all, so you know that your name's in that book, and if you leave this world, you're going to a better place. But also be prepared physically, emotionally. Take care of your family. Just like it changed so quickly for them in Ohio, it could change for us the same way. So stock up on your water, stock up on your food, get your gardens planted, whatever, keep your chickens. That's why we're hatching those biddies around here, to hopefully keep the chicken egg production going on, and start making our own food. And just self-sufficiency is the way to go. The ways of the past, or the path is the path to the future. Remember that. Anything else you want to add? One more yawn. Again, we love you all. Appreciate you. I hope you have a good rest of the week and a good weekend. Keep looking up. Our redemption draweth nigh. Don't live in fear. Live in victory, because we serve the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Amen. And until next time, remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and
Jesus Christ is the answer for anything and everything you're going through in life.
yes, he is. Love you all. Have a good night. Bye-bye.